Well, good viewers and listeners in, I had a brush with the law over the weekend as old Mavis died here in the retirement home, and I had been fucking her, so I had to give a statement to the authorities. No, you idiots! I was fucking her when she was alive! Today we're gonna talk about my first love in Gears 4, the Scout class. I flip-flopped over the past couple of weeks trying to decide which class to do next, as I wanted to do them in order of importance for anyone who may not have a full squad. The Scout and the Engineer are almost equal when it comes to importance. However, I decided to go with the Scout first, as I find it more fun. Unlike the Heavy, most people I see playing as the Scout do an okay job. However, not many of them use it to its full potential. I hear a lot of people say, "The Scout is for picking up power, not getting killed." Well, I say, why not both? In addition to picking up all the power during a wave, I normally also get far and away the most kills. How do I do it, you ask? Well, let's dive right in and find out! Post-haste! Armed with the right weapon and skill card, the Scout can equal or even surpass the damage output of the Heavy, on the lower difficulties at least. People who watched my first video about maximizing credits will know that the weapon I'm referring to is the Overkill, and the skill card in question is the plus 100% shotgun damage. These, when paired with the various health skills, make the Scout a lethal killing machine who can stay right in the thick of the enemies and keep them from overrunning the base. But don't just grab an Overkill and wring its neck like you're burping your little soldier. You have to learn some restraint to get the most out of it. The Overkill is unique in that it fires twice per trigger pull. Firing it quickly increases the spread, which kills your range. Firing it with a half second between pull and release provides the optimum spread, which makes it lethal at shockingly long ranges. Zooming in further tightens up the spread, giving you even more stopping power at range. Some people I've seen on the YouTube say fire it fast in close quarters, but I find it better to stick to controlled shots no matter what the circumstances. It's also excellent for headshots, so you should always be headhunting. Another nice thing about the Overkill is how quickly it recovers from a botched active reload, so you can go for those perfect reloads with near impunity. And you'll want to reload often, as it's easy to burn through the Overkill's fairly small clip quickly. As I said earlier, you'll generally want to stay in amongst the enemies, since you need to be close to not only maximize your damage output, but also to pick up the power. With the health and regeneration skills, you'll be able to take a lot of damage, which will allow you to stay right in the pocket. In addition, the Rage skill will trigger your ultra-fast health regen the moment you cause damage, making you incredibly hard to take down. But just because you're a tank doesn't mean you should stand out in the open and take hits. You still need to play tactically, and you should always have an escape plan when you get in trouble. When it comes to picking up power, make sure you deposit it regularly. Not only do you risk losing it by not depositing it between every wave, but you also hamper your team, as the Engineer won't be able to build stuff. Look at these assholes! 22,000? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck! As for skill cards, all Scouts should have double health, shotgun damage, and plus 50% deposit bonus. In addition, I recommend the aforementioned health regen and rage skills in that order of importance. If there's a second Scout, have them take Brawler and Execution bonus in place of the last two skills. The second Scout should focus on the smaller enemies and only perform melee kills, as any melee kill counts as an execution and will therefore give you double power. The Retro Lancer gets an added damage boost on melees, resulting in one-hit melee kills when paired with Brawler. Using this strategy in conjunction with the fortification recycling strategy detailed in my general Horde tips video can get you to Fabricator level 4 by wave 10. It's really only a viable strategy on hardcore and below though, since on insane you won't be able to get one-hit melee kills even with brawler equipped, and it becomes too time consuming to be worthwhile. Speaking of insane difficulty, the Scout does have some weaknesses to consider. On insane and even hardcore, the Scout will struggle beyond wave 30 when the enemies get increased damage. Even all the health skills aren't enough to tank through damage on the latter waves of insane. At this point you should dial back the aggression and stay at longer range, only going out to grab power when it's clear. It's not a bad idea to just pick up a salvo and support the heavies until there's less than 5 enemies left. If your team has been playing well up to this point, you shouldn't be in dire need of power anyway, so if you don't get it all collected before the wave ends, don't sweat it. Scouts are also not great at dealing with the larger bosses and are completely useless against the Kessler. Guardians can also be a nuisance and should be left to the heavy, but if you get in a pinch and have to defend yourself, try to aim for their weapon as it's not protected by the shield. And that's it! Better advice than you get from your grandpa, I'm willing to wager. Well, old Cyril loves you as if you were his own. More, in fact, 'cause you fuckers don't ask me for money. Till next time, fare thee well, fuckers! If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment and a like. It helps us get more exposure on the YouTubes. And while you're at it, why not subscribe? We put out shit like this every week.